fire destroyed their house.
Firefighters are still trying to figure out what sparked the flames. It happened southwest of Branson in the Point Royale community. And that's where KSPR's Rachel DeGrovin joins us live to give us a look at the damage and explain how ammunition made the fire such a challenge for crews to put out. Rachel?
Lee, check it out. Workers just finished boarding up this house. You see where all that plywood is? That's where the garage used to be. It was destroyed by the flames, and so was much of the house. Firefighters say this was a tricky one to put out because the garage was stocked with ammunition, which caused several explosions. And when that happened, bullets went everywhere. Like little mini explosions. Kind of sound like ping pong balls in a glass jar. But it just kept getting louder and louder, so we stepped outside, and my mom turned around and screamed, "Call 911," and I had no idea what was going on.
Julie Lewis lives in Nixa, but this afternoon she was visiting her mother with the messenger.
There was fire just roaring out of that house by then, and it was so windy that, the big fear was that it was going to spread. And it did. It got the house next to it a little bit. It was scary.
Lewis says she called 911 and went door to door.
I went around to the other houses to make sure there weren't any other residents. I didn't know how fast it might spread.
But she says her mom ran towards the flames.
I knew the couple that lived across the street. I didn't know if they were home or not. So I was going closer to see if anybody was home.
In the meantime, the explosions continued.
And so I was a little fearful that items might be projected from the fire.
But it does get your attention as it's popping off and going off in the area, and you just don't know where it's going.
Fire Chief Ted Martin says the fire did not take long to put out, but firefighters had to use extreme caution.
It does present somewhat of a safety issue, and that's why we started back at a safer distance until we could get that area of the garage cooled down.
Before that happened, Smith snapped this photo, capturing an explosion.
It looked like an old Al Pacino movie where he's got the machine gun, coming from the corner of the garage.
I've never had anything like this happen before. I always thought it would be neat to see a fire and have somebody watch it and see how it would go down, but it wasn't near as neat when it's so close to home and the people inside.
They say they're thankful the couple who lives here got out safely and firefighters kept it from spreading.
Definitely some brave men and women out here today.
Now, I did have a chance to speak with the man who lives here tonight. He says he and his wife are okay. They're very thankful to be alive, but unfortunately, they did lose most of their belongings in this fire. You can see these burnt lawn chairs and a burnt dolly over here. Luckily, he says the couple does have a place to stay for the next couple weeks while they search for a new place to live. Lee?
Rachel, thank you. Firefighters are still trying to determine the cause of that fire, but they say it could have been an electrical issue.